You know, one of the great things about riding in the spring is taking a ride in the country and smelling all the great smells, except for the cow farms and the pig farms. Welcome to Still Horse, I'm Steve Reeves. On this week's show, we're going to take you to the International Females Riding Day, and along with that comes a pretty emotional story. And we're also going to show you something that's only happened to us twice in 12 years. We're going to add that to Southside Harley-Davidson calendar. We're going to check in with Jim Yaney for Safety 101, and I'm going to have a safety tip of my own. So stay tuned. Still Horse will be right back. Be there. Still Horse is brought to you by Indianapolis Southside Harley-Davidson, your Central Indiana Harley dealer since 1947. And by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years' experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
Every Wednesday night is Bike Night here at Beale Street Tavern on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Enjoy great drink specials and rock out with live bands performing both indoors and out. Here's who's playing this coming Wednesday.
It's sad, but bad things happen to good people.
And there comes a point where you need help.
After an accident, most people believe they'll be taken care of.
But you really can't believe anything until you talk with someone looking out for your interests.
At Leidendorf and Leidendorf, we have experience taking on high-profile cases and obtaining compensation for victims of injury, malpractice, and wrongful death.
And we want to be here to help you.
If you need help, call Leidendorf and Leidendorf.
Be one of the many. Get yours at Southside Harley-Davidson.
Motorcycle enthusiasts, does your insurance company sound like this?
Press 1 for homeowners, press 2 for auto, press 3 for flood, press
Heard
4
it
for
pays to
auto,
bundle?
press
You've heard wrong. Don't get caught up in bundling blunders. Ryder Insurance is the only carrier that exclusively caters to the motorcycle community with competitive rates and no credit checks.
motorcycles, so there are 2 wheels then.
No more bundling blunders. Ride with Ryder. Visit Ryder.com.
Now let's check out the first installment of the Southside Harley-Davidson calendar. I had a lot of fun at the International Female Ride. You know one thing, those ladies didn't take any crap off me. They gave it right back. Tell me how you come up with the idea to put this ride together.
Well, I heard about the International Female Ride Day, which is a global event. It always occurs on the first Friday in May, and I thought it'd be a great day to get my girlfriends together and folks from my riding group to ride, and that's how it kind of started out. Then lost a friend in January, Natasha Lewis, who we're dedicating the day to, and she was an avid motorcyclist, did a lot of racing track days, and so we want to dedicate this day to her. She encouraged a lot of women in the riding area, and there was no better day than today to dedicate to her.
Do you have any idea how many women will take part in today's event all over the world?
Well, it has really grown a lot this year since last year even, so it's hard to say. Started off in Canada, we've got folks in Saudi Arabia, in Australia, in Europe that are all participating.
Now, you've been a lady rider for a long time, and this event's right up your alley.
It is, it really is. And actually, I was a friend of Natasha's, so it's really, really close to my heart. And it's my first ride since my accident, so very excited about it.
We're excited to have you back.
Thank you.
I hear you came all the way from Tennessee for the ride today.
I did. We came all the way here to be with Heidi and also to celebrate the life of my dear friend who we lost in January, Natasha Lewis.
Tell me about her.
I don't have enough time, but I'll try to condense it. She was a wonderful, amazing human being. She gave her life to riding her bike as fast as she could, but as safe as she could, and promoting safety among female riders and getting them out there, but safely to the track. And then just she loved her friends, being around us, having a good time, and mostly riding her bike.
Now, there's something about these tutus that you have on. Tell me about that.
Well, the story with that was we were all at the Dragon, US 129 up in Deals Gap, and she's not a girly girl. She doesn't really like pink too much. As you can see from her bike, she likes orange. And then her suit over here was black and white and black, and you know, but she promised for me that she would let me take her picture in a pink tutu because I love pink. Everything I have is pink. So she wore the tutu for me. She made a pass on the Dragon, and she stopped, pulled over on one of the pull-off spots, and I took the picture. And we were there. We dressed from head to toe. The motorcycle resort was having a contest for breast cancer awareness, so we were dressed in head to toe pink. So that's why we had the pink everything. So she let me take the picture of her, and so it's one of my most treasured pictures. I still have my tutu, and I believe her mother has her tutu with her. So that's the tutu story. So.
Now, you came a long way to be here today. Tell me why.
Because I came here with my friend Joanne, who was working all night, and she wanted to come see what was going on today with Natasha's memorial.
So you drove all night?
We drove all day yesterday, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Wow.
It was a long ride.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It'll be worth it today.
It sure will. It's for a good cause, and you know, ladies all over the world are riding today and celebrating that day, and
it should be a very nice day. And the skies are holding out, so that's a good thing.
They will.
They will.
Now, are you going on a ride today?
I don't know if I have the time to do that since I'm here mainly organizing this with Heidi, helping her out much, but we'll try to get a little riding in too.
Now, I was wondering about this. Being a male, and it's a female thing, would they make you ride in the back?
I don't know. I haven't even thought about that, you know. But you know what? It's always fun chasing them.
Now, I noticed you're going to go on a ride today. What brings you here?
I have a lot of friends that ride, and it was just important to come out here and be with them and have a good time and ride.
Now, being a male and this is a female thing, you're going to have to ride in the back.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
I heard you had to ride in the back in another ride.
Yeah, 9/11 ride.
It made you ride in the back?
Yep, about two of my other buddies, actually one female and one male.
Well, I'll tell you what, I can't understand, I can totally understand why you have to ride in the back on this one, because that's a sexist thing, but not the 9/11 thing.
No, it was a little intimidating, to say the least.
Now, this whole ride dedicated to Lady Riders Day across the world, it's pretty awesome. So, how did you hear about it?
I belong to IMG, and I got a notification that they were doing this, so I signed up.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people here today excited about going on this ride, so you be safe. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Are you excited about the ride today?
Yes, I am very much so. I was looking forward to a bigger crowd. I had hoped for a bigger crowd for the first time here. I'd hoped all the ladies would unite.
Well, I think this is going to grow over the years, don't you?
Definitely so, but I think the weather was probably a deterrent as well. Some of them maybe thought that with what we've got coming in wasn't going to blow over and get caught.
I think you guys will dodge it.
I hope so. Well, I have a dentist appointment at noon, so I might be inside. Oh, I'm going to come back, but I got to make my dentist appointment. I took off work for this. Yes, I do.
Somebody said, would you rather go to the dentist or ride your motorcycle? Let me think about that for a minute.
I'm riding it to the dentist, then I'm riding it back. I just don't go there with me, okay? Let's don't do this.
Now, I understand when the test sirens went off here in Speedway, you made a comment like, why are those going off today? It's not Friday.
Right, I did. I was a day behind.
How'd you get that way?
They changed my work schedule so I could take off for this thing.
Well, Wow.
And it just threw my whole week. I'm 47. What do you expect?
Wow. Yeah, but you made it here and you knew the thing was Friday.
That's true. That is too early. Will that excuse work?
Now, I had just interviewed your friend a minute ago, and she's not normal.
No, she's
But you
not.
said you were.
I am.
Prove it.
Well, I would have to start the bike up and to give you a bitch ride.
You know, when I came today to this ride, International Female Riding Day, and I had to deal with all these females, one thing I can say about this is they've gave me a lot of crap today, and it's been fun. Now it's time to check in with Jim Yaney on Safety 101. But first, as I promised in the beginning of the show, I have a safety tip of my own. You know, when you're out riding in the country and enjoying all them smells, and I said stay away from the pig farms and the cow farms, well, don't follow a pig truck or a cow truck down the road because you might get beat or pooped on.
Hi everybody, how you doing this week? This week I want to talk about some intersections. We've had several accidents, especially last year, where the motorcyclist is in the right-hand lane proceeding through an intersection, and the left turn lane, there's a large vehicle blocking his view from the left. So a car coming through the intersection in the opposite way turns left right in front of the motorcyclist. A couple of things you can do on this particular scenario is, one, slow down, cover your braking clutch, be prepared to stop or swerve, and be aware that the oncoming traffic simply can't see you. Another factor to remember is try to be centered in the lane if you possibly can. That way, if the car does try to turn left in front of it, you can swerve to the right or to the left. By covering your brake and clutch, it gives you a much faster, less reaction time, so you can make a stop if you have to, or you can press the handlebar to swerve away from the car. Remember, when you're facing a car coming towards you, you're a smaller target, and cars cannot judge your distance. A motorcyclist from like 100 yards away has about the width of a pencil, so they really can't tell how fast you're coming towards them or what you're going to do. So go ahead and remember that as you approach an intersection. The thing about intersections are, they're the most deadly. That's where most of the accidents happen. So anytime you approach one, even a simple one like a four-way stop sign, always be aware of that. Another tip on intersections is, as you approach an intersection, if you have a green light and you're in the two lanes or a lot of traffic's going through, try to tag up close to a car going through the intersection. Don't leave a big gap between that car in front of you and where you're at so a car can turn between you. Try to get up close to the car in front of you to get through the intersection. Then after that, you can go ahead and adjust your distance again. Intersections are dangerous, but being safe pays off, gives you a little bit of an edge. And remember, being safe is what counts. Hey, till next week, I'll see you on the road.
If you've been injured in a car accident through no fault of your own,
don't let the insurance companies take advantage of you.
Don't believe you'll be taken care of.
Don't believe it will all work out.
Don't believe anything until you've talked to us.
The risk is too big.
Accidents happen in a minute, but the impact can be lifelong.
You need an attorney to help you get the compensation you deserve. You need us. We're Leidendorf Law. Call us first.
Call 842-5800 or visit Leidendorf.com.
Be one of the many. Get yours at Southside Harley-Davidson.
When I'm out on the track, I got to give it everything that I have. I need skill, reflexes, and coordination to win races. And it's really no different on the highway. And just one alcoholic drink can impair your ability to ride safely. So be responsible and know when to leave your bike parked and make it home safely. We're all here to have a little fun, but a DUI or wrecking your bike, well, that'd be just stupid. So ride safe, Indiana, and let's make it none for the road.
In the 12 years of doing Steel Horse, something happened this morning that's only happened to us once before. We showed up at a ride and no one was there. The ride this morning was supposed to start at the Old Galleons in Plainfield, and when we got there, the building was leveled, the parking lot was gone, nobody around. So if you have something that changed on one of your rides, be sure you email me at steve@steelhorsetv.com so I can get with you and tell you how to change it on the calendar. There was probably some disappointed people today. So what do we do now? I'm just going to go out, find some people riding a motorcycle here on this beautiful day, and just talk to them. You know, it's a beautiful day for a ride. You come all the way from Terre Haute today.
Yeah, we're heading over to Louisville, down to Derby. We're going to enjoy the day and, maybe catch a race or so, see what's going on down there and join some of the other bikers that's down there and enjoying some of this beautiful weather.
Now, how many people are coming in and meeting you? I was talking to you earlier. You got people coming in from all over the state.
Yeah, I got a cousins come from Maryville. He came down last night and hooked up with his brother. He stays over on the east side of Indianapolis, and my uncle and a couple of other friends of mine, one guy I work with, we come from Terre Haute to meet kind of in a neutral area so we can all head down 65.
Now, you and I was talking a little bit earlier, and you were kind of worried about the weather down south.
Yes. There was rain in the forecast last night, and from what I understand, we're heading to Louisville, and Louisville had to evacuate down there in the area. So we looked at the Weather Channel this morning, and it seems to be clear. So hopefully we'll have a good ride.
You know what, though? The one thing you got on your side, you got a big guy like this in front of you, so you can hide from the weather.
He can block all the rain and everything, so I'll just hide behind him.
Now, you got quite a group together today.
Yeah, we usually try to make this ride every year. Sometimes it's unfortunate the weather don't, let us, but every year we usually get on the bikes and make a good ride.
Kind of neat to get all the old buddies together, even if you sometimes get to see them only once a year.
Yeah. It's hard because sometimes, you work and you can't get away from your job, but we try to make a way to, be able to do that.
Okay, you guys be safe. Have a great trip.
Okay, thank you very much. God bless you.
Did you enjoy the ride in today?
Yeah, it was a little nippy. A little mist, wasn't too bad.
Oh, you got into a little bit of rain?
Well, it wasn't so much mist or rain. It was more like a mist from like a fog.
Real heavy, wet air?
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
You guys be safe. Have a good trip.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Like I said, we might run into some thunderstorms coming back, but it'll be pop-up, so it's a chance we're going to take.
Last year, I lost my brother due to a motorcycle wreck. And, some of the people that drives cars, and they don't pay attention to the guys on the bikes. But unfortunately, it's a two-way thing. You got to have cars and bikes, so it all worked out good, though, because I know he's with God. But I just thank the Lord because I know I'll be able to see him again.
So you heading any place special today?
No, we're just trying to get out and enjoy the nice weather and get some riding in before the rain comes back in.
Well, I think it's all down south right now, so I think you're safe.
Yeah, I think we're going to head up north, ride around somewhere up around Kokomo or something probably today. Just try and get some miles on the bike today.
Now, you having a good time sitting back here and leaning back?
Oh, yeah.
So you like riding?
Oh, yeah.
You have your own bike?
No, maybe someday.
Now, I can't remember how many years ago it was, but I'm sure a lot of you remember the old Steel Horse Stampede that we did, and we just got drenched that weekend. But it was a great time. We hope you enjoyed the last 3 Bike of the Weeks brought to you by the Idle George Museum. Now let's get back to our normal Bike of the Weeks and check out this week's. This week's Bike of the Week is going to be a little bit different. It belongs to Natasha Lewis, who's no longer with us. Tell me about Natasha.
Well, Natasha Lewis was a control rider. She had recently been up to control rider. She spent all her time, any time that she could, at the tracks. She lived in Delaware, but she spent most of her time at the New Jersey Motorsports track. But they did travel a lot to Jennings Motorsports track down in Florida. And the weekend of January the 13th, they had traveled down there to do a whole weekend of track days down there. And she was a control rider. She had just recently started that position. And she lost her life that weekend in a tragic accident. And we lost her. So she's not with us anymore. And we miss her dearly, and this is her bike. Her fiance, Fuji, brought her bike back home, and when we had our memorial service at New Jersey Motorsports Park, he brought the bike there, and it was a beautiful service, and he let all of her friends that showed up come and sign the bike, and here it is. And he's brought her bike out today. He drove all the way here from Delaware as well, brought her bike so that we could display it with her pictures and let everybody see it, and he's going to ride with us today on the International Female Ride Day. So she loved this bike, and her memory and her presence is still with this bike, so she's going to be riding with us today, and I feel good about that. So all these signatures are her friends, so they're riding with us, and she's still riding with us. So I love it, and I'm so glad it's here today, and I really, really thank him from the bottom of my heart for bringing the bike and being here with us today.
Here's Mark Ladendorf with this week's Ladendorf Law Trivia question.
Think hard about this question, Steel Horse fans. Which ride started on the first episode of Steel Horse in 2011 and ended several months later? The answer in just a minute.
Welcome home to Harley-Davidson of Kokomo.
At HG of Kokomo, we put you first. How do we do it? Here at Kokomo, we give you access to Indiana's largest inventory of Harley motorcycles.
Our customers rate Kokomo's service department #1 in servicing their Harleys.
And HG of Kokomo has the area's best selection of genuine motor clothes for every member of the family, even pets.
Cruise by, we're nearby, just 25 minutes from the north side. Let Harley-Davidson of Kokomo put you first.
Every Wednesday night is Bike Night here at Beale Street Tavern on the southeast side of Indianapolis. Enjoy great drink specials and rock out with live bands performing both indoors and out. Here's who's playing this coming Wednesday.
Indy West is the area's only Harley-Davidson Gold Bar and Shield award-winning dealer. The Gold Bar and Shield means we have the best selection of Harleys, including Indy West certified pre-owned.
We're open 7 days a week to serve you.
Only Indy West has express lane service, which keeps you out riding, not waiting. Harley rentals at Indy West are the ultimate test ride. Rent your dream machine before you buy. Get award-winning customer service and the best value anywhere.
You've been to the rest, come ride with the best. Indy West Harley-Davidson, exit 66 I-70 in Plainfield.
Welcome back, Steel Horse fans. Which ride started on the first episode of Steel Horse in 2011 and ended several months later? The answer is the Project 911 ride. Have a great weekend and ride safe.
Let's see, what's next? Oh yeah, the second installment of the Southside Harley-Davidson calendar. Well, shucks, we plumb done run out of time. You know what? If you've missed any part of today's show, go to stillhorsetv.com and click on past shows. And be sure to join us at one of our bike nights. So we'll see you next week. Oh, one more thing. Ride responsible. Be there. If you missed any part of today's show, you can catch us also on Comcast On Demand and the Still Horse YouTube channel. And of course on Facebook and the stillhorsetv.com. Still Horse has been brought to you by Leidendorf Law with over 60 years of experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases. And by Indianapolis Southside Harley-Davidson, your Central Indiana Harley dealer since 1947.
The last time I checked, my name is Lisa.
Spell that.
L-I-S-A.
What's your last name?
Nyla.
Spell that.
You spell that.
No, you spell it. It's your job. Now, I understand when the... start over again, ready? In the 12 years of doing Still Horse... Okay, ready? If you have any changes, it's only happened. This is the second time. Okay, here we go again. Ready? But other than that, it's great. Welcome to Still Horse, and I'm just rattling on. And the cow farms. But other than that, yeah. Now let's talk. Yeah, all of you, even you, Mom. All right, ready? I have a safety trip of my own. No, that's it. Now it's time to check in with. All right. I have a safety trip of my own. I promised you a safety trip of my own. So now let's check in with James. We've hoped 3 weeks of Bike of the Week coming from you. Well, shucks, we've done run out of time. If you missed any part of this day,